Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our xCite presenter today, Gayle McKew from Prosperity Planning, to present to us on why strategy could save you thousands. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Gayle McKew.
A little bit better so that they get outstanding results. I have had clients, many clients over my 24, nearly 25 years of doing specifically financial planning, that I have transformed their lives. I remember the very first time I did something outside the box, for want of a better term, was a man came to me and he said, "Gayle, I want you to give me a price to do this particular strategy." And I went, "Yep, this is the price." And then I rang him the next day and I said, "But I can do way better than what you want done, and it will totally transform this, and you'll have a low rate tax income stream for the rest of your life." And he went, "Well, why did the other planners not think about this?" So that man, that was way back in around 2000. So for 22 years, I have been using things that are outside the box that can change people's lives. Many times, strategy is not considered. You go to your bank, you go to the accountant, they'll tell you what they know. They don't necessarily tell you what's going to give you the better outcome. And that better outcome is actually designed for your benefit, not mine. It's about listening to people, understanding their pain points, and transforming their outcomes by simply doing something that nobody else is considering. I had a lady about 3 years ago turn up at the office and she said to me, "Gayle, well, you're going to be a miracle worker if you could do something for me, because I've spoken to 2 planners and they've both gone, there's nothing that can be done." The lady had breast cancer. She was going through treatments and she was emotionally stressed. She was feeling lost. And I said, "Okay, please just talk to me. And can I take a couple of notes? Because I need to clarify some things at the end." And she unburdened herself. We both ended up in tears. My assistant was bringing boxes of tissues. That's how bad I am. I connect at an emotional level with my clients. And that lovely lady is still living. She was expected to live for no more than 6 months. And the stress level she was under at that time was immense. And I asked her what would make a difference to her, what would make her feel safe and comfortable. And it was as simple as her buying a house and me legally hiding money from Centrelink to protect her disability support pension, because that was her way of living. So that lovely woman is still alive and well, and she thinks I'm pretty all right, because I have provided her with a solution that allowed her to have around $18,000 a year of income from Centrelink. She still has access to all of her money should she need it for an emergency, and she has peace of mind. And that peace of mind is it's priceless. So effectively, over the last 3 years, she's had the best part of $55,000 of support from the government, reduced medical costs, and she still has a nest egg building that will allow her to provide for her children as she passes. So that's one of those little strategy pieces. Another one is a lovely little lady. She's a tiny pocket rocket, and I love her because she's got an attitude, and she challenges me all the time. So they sold a house a few years ago, and she said to me, "Gayle, come talk to us. We trust you," because I helped her with aged care stuff. And literally, she had the conversation. I went away and I did my magic behind the scenes, which took about 25 hours worth of magic, by the way, to get to the point where I could come back and say to her, "This is my strategy and this is what I want you to do." And she stood there and she went, "We hate super." And I went, Okay. Talk to me about that. And we talked about it, and it turned out that she hated super because she didn't understand the tax advantages that super could provide them. We did a little bit of magical washing around, put money into 2 super accounts, one for him, one for her. We were able to get $600,000 of their over $1 million worth of profit from their sale of their house into those investments. And then we did a little thing called create an income stream. And because they're over 65, they'll never pay tax on that $600,000 ever again in their life. And guess what? It's gone up. And the other $400,000 that they have invested, it's not enough to actually cause them to have to pay tax. So, first time ever in their 60s and 70s, this couple are never going to pay tax again. And again, they will but this is the power of strategy. The strategy is actually understanding something that you can use to transform the tax treatment or to hide money from spending in plain sight. When I say hide it in plain sight, it's very legal, and you're using superannuation as a vehicle to make that happen, providing you are under your age pension age. For most people now, that age pension age is 67. So if you're under 67, you can hide money there, for, like in plain sight. You have it invested, you have it in a whole range of things, and even if you're over 60 or over the preservation age, you can still take chunks out of it to top up your lifestyle. So I have a client that I have had for, 12 years, husband and wife, and our strategy that we use for them has actually made them probably millionaires, I would say. And they live in a quiet little house, well actually not so quiet because it's under the White Parkins Union, but they live in a home that they've had for the last 40 years, and they live an unassuming life, but they have all the money that they will ever need and could ever want, and they can help their kids. And that strategy has been working for around 12 years now. They are about to retire. The woman is about to retire, but she's not retiring because we decided that that would not be her best strategy. She's going to go on leave from the 4th of July, and that was her date, because she said, I want 30 years of work with this company, Gayle, and that happened in June. So on the 4th of July, she will go from being a full-time employee to taking her leave at half pay. So that extends her time of getting paid. It means she's going to pay very, very little tax on her income. She'll still be getting superannuation contributions from her employer while she's on leave. And her leave will extend for 18 months. So that 18 months worth of additional superannuation contributions is one thing. She's going to pay less tax is another thing. And the husband will be eligible for a part age pension. And that part age pension will give them the opportunity to get discounts they've never had before on rates, electricity, insurances, those types of things. So the power of a strategy doesn't necessarily have to be that you do without. It actually is about giving you extra. So you have the opportunity to have your money working for you, but you also have maybe the government assisting, or you have the opportunity to help your family that you would never have had in the past. And for anyone who's ever done a salary sacrifice, you can actually have the government help make part of that contribution by using the tax saving that happens. So that, people, is the power of strategy.